Happy Valentine's Day. It's Amanda here with your 17 rune scope. This month I'm going to be using, in conjunction with the runes, of course, the Pagan Tarot. And this has artwork by Luca Raimondi and Cristiano Spadoni, for those of you that are interested in that. Also, after this reading, be sure to join me over on Vimeo channel for part 2 of this reading. I'll be pulling for your spiritual guidance reading for the month of April, one card from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley. This is a beautiful deck that my sister got me as a gift. So we're breaking it in this month. Of course, as promised over on Vimeo, your Teen Love Rune Scope is now available as well. So, and your career and finance reading for Teen Rune Scope for Teen is over there as well. So you have to load more to get to the career and finance. It's kind of under everything else, but it is there. So the link is below this video to the channel over there. So just click or tap show more. And that will take you over there, and you can purchase those videos if you would like. Also, your free Teen Yearly Rune Scope is up here on YouTube. If you just click or tap the little I info button here in this video, you can watch that after this video. So definitely want to check that out. That covers all areas. The videos on Vimeo are just more centered on those specific topics for those of you that are interested in that. So without further ado, let's take a look and see what story holds for you. Hello, dear Librans. Welcome to your 17 rune scope. Let's take a look and see which runes want to talk to Libras about. What's in store for Libra? 17 will help the most of you the most. The right ones aren't grabbing on. I just kind of wait until they grab on. There we go. Now, as always, Libra, these are general readings, so that means that not all messages will be specifically for you. Some are going to be going out to other Librans that are watching the video. You can watch the video for your rising sign as well. I do suggest that you do that every month because that can give you some more clues, some more information that you can, in general, fit together here for an outlook of what's coming up. If you would like something far more specific where it takes out a lot of the guesswork and we just focus on you, please do schedule a private consultation with me. I would love to take a look at your year ahead. Just contact me at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. You'll find the email address below the video as well. It should be in the video somewhere as well too. And I'd be happy to take a look at what's going on for you personally. But let's focus in general for Libras. Don't worry, what's going on? Let's start with the challenge or focus. We've got the High Priestess in reverse. Challenge or focus. So the first thing that I'm getting here at Libras is if you date women and you're meeting someone online, make sure that you know who you're talking to. The High Priestess is a woman. Now, this can be a man as well. Just, if you are interested in anyone, regardless of sex, but it is coming through as a very strong female energy. But it could be that you think you're talking to a female and it's a male, or vice versa. That could be a challenge coming up for you. Maybe online dating, if you've had this happen to you several times where you're chatting, but then suddenly, you try to meet up and they never show up, or, you're being catfished. I encourage everyone to watch that movie and watch that show. It happens a lot. Or do some research, make sure somebody is who they say they are. And a good way to do that is to reach out to one of their friends. Like if you go to their Facebook page, maybe reach out, and see if any of the people on their friends list have actually met them in person. But some of you have been through this before. It doesn't have to just be in an online scenario, although I feel like that was a specific message I was getting for someone out there. This could just be you continually being attracted to people who hide things. They're secretive. They're, they don't, or maybe just out and out liars. The High Priestess in reverse is often also somebody who pretends to be spiritual when really they are not, or they think they have more aptitude for something than they do. Like, oh, I'm a talented, purple level witch, or, or I went to Hogwarts, whatever they're saying. yeah, you could be meeting somebody who's just a fake phony. And you can tell by the words they're using, at least I can. And hopefully you will be able to. Anybody saying anything resembling what I just said, whatever. And that should be your response. But yeah, maybe some of you are like, why do I keep being drawn to people who are liars? Or who are holding back from me? Or, I always find out this disturbing information, when we're like 6 months in or something. Now, for some of you, I would say, based on what's coming through here, the advice would be to change your approach to dating altogether. Like if you normally meet people online, well, give meeting people in person a go. Get out on the local scene. Most pubs and bars and places like that have activities that are not so meat market focused. Maybe go see bands if you like music, or a lot of places are having trivia nights. Maybe go, and do that, or, something to where or go to the art museum. It doesn't have to be a bar at all. You can meet single people anywhere, but, follow your interests. Libra, you're ruled by Venus. So, it could be that you're probably drawn to beautiful things, beautiful art, beautiful scenery. So follow your interests. For those of you that need to get out and about and, stop, because if you've had a bad experience, or for some of you, maybe it's the reverse. It's like, what, I'm not meeting anyone when I go out, or when I do go out, it's always the wrong person. Maybe I should try online. Still beware of that. There are a lot of tricksters online, people who aren't right and who, lie to people and manipulate people on there. So if someone won't Skype with you and they only want to talk by phone, or they've got some excuse why their camera doesn't work, ditch them, because they're not who they have put up on their profile, the picture. Point blank. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Now, as you move into you've got the Four of Chalices, the energy that's coming up here. So this is stabilizing your emotions or getting stability back. Now, this can also be an offer, someone asking you out on a date, or somebody wanting to get together with you, but that you're not really interested in. And for some of you, maybe that's all this is saying, is like, I keep drawing these people who are, they're not a thing. They're not a cup of tea. So, there'd be a need to change your energy if you're catching people in your net that are not your type here, Libra. Or maybe you're not interested in dating at all, and yet people keep, or maybe you're taken, maybe you're in a partnership and people keep, trying to, get you to go out with them or whatever. That's like, I'm not thrilled with any of these offers. Now, some of you, this doesn't have to be a romantic situation at all. This person, this high priestess in reverse, this could be anyone whose motives you're suspicious of, or who you feel like is hiding things. And, you're trying to be patient. You're trying to hang in there. That's the challenge of worry, I think, for many of you, because you feel like you're being kept in the dark about someone's motives. Those of you that are looking for work, this could also sometimes be a job offer, or, something that you're not real enthusiastic about it. This can also be boredom, but it's typically boredom with the emotional life. So you could just be bored with the same old with the way things are going. This doesn't have to be in a romantic relationship. It could also be with a family situation, particularly regarding a male in the family who is being selfish, misbehaving. Maybe it's one of your kids, and you're like, you know what? I'm so sick of this. I'm really over it. This has to stop. But normally this is in a real serious energy. The Four of Cups, it just means, whatever situation you're concerned about, it's stable, but it's not very exciting. And so that as you move into, or if you are single and bored, or in a relationship and bored, you'd be needing to look for new ways to rejuvenate that relationship, or to change your status, to meet more people. And I feel like if you focus that energy, and again, kind of change the energy you're sending out, you got to make sure you are sending out the right energy to draw in the fish that you want. Not that you want a Pisces, but maybe somebody out there does. You want to draw in the people that you really want in your life, Libra. Now, the help that's going to be available to you, you've got Four of Pentacles in reverse. So the Four of Pentacles in reverse. The help that's coming in is that you need to be a little bit miserly with your money and or feelings, ties in worry. Again, don't get sucked in by someone. Don't, be like, oh, after 2 days talking to somebody on the internet, I'm in love with you. Hold back a lot because again, there may be something going on that's hidden behind the scenes. But whatever, a whole, not expressing all that you feel or not spending everything that you have is going to benefit you in worry. A lot of you just be recovering from the holidays. Maybe you had to travel, you spent a lot of money, or maybe you've had a lot of expenses in addition to that or instead of that. But with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, it's saying, be the miser, guard your money, guard your savings, or guard your resources, guard your emotions. Don't jump in willy-nilly or be all in on anything and worry until you have all of the information. If it's right, it's still going to be right, in March or even later. But yeah, you need to be really putting a freeze on your spending, and that's going to help you. Or separating from someone, freezing someone out who lied or who was dishonest with you. Freezing someone out who was trying to get back in. Because you're like, I'm not investing feelings or time in you anymore. You're a time waster. Or this was all, next. But for some of you, in a very practical sense, it's curbing the spending, trying to recoup your savings account or trying to recoup expenses that have accumulated over the last few months. Now, what must be accepted with worry? We've got the Empress in reverse. So let's see what we've got here. Yeah, those of you that are looking to rejuvenate a relationship, I feel like you just need a night at home. So for those of you Libras, most people are like, let's go out for a date. Let's go have a dinner somewhere or dinner and a show or something. The runes are actually saying you're going to have a better time if you stay in. If you're couples. And single as well. I really feel like you Libras, even if you're single, maybe invite your friends over to have a horror movie fest or, just, binge watch something on Netflix for a day or, just have them over or go to someone's house. Maybe you're invited to someone's house and they're going to cook a meal. And, those of you looking for love on a day with the Empress in reverse, it's like, you're probably more likely to find somebody preying on people. Or just out for, the physical side of things. So it seems like you'd be better off spending it with friends or family, or if you're a couple, just cuddling at home by in front of the TV or by the fire or, cooking a meal together. I don't know, because I almost feel like, especially couples who go out, it's maybe like the traffic's really bad or that, every place is booked and you can't get in everywhere. So then you get short tempered and you start snapping at each other and it's like, it will be ruined. So, staying in, if you do that, it seems like that's going to be, maybe send the kids to grandma or have the sitter take care of the kids elsewhere, so that you can have the place to yourself and just, have some time to catch up. I feel like those of you that are in, a relationship, maybe you haven't had time to talk. It's just been run, and all these duties and tasks and things that you have to do, as most, people's lives are these days. And you haven't had really time to have a real conversation, maybe in months. So somebody be recreating a date from the past for a day. That can also be how this will work. So like recreating the place you first met or, recreating, which is very sweet. Or Libra, you be doing that for your partner. And it would be, just make sure that, it's not like too far to travel or that if you have to make advanced plans that you're doing it now or hopefully maybe even did it earlier in February because you run into, oh, it's booked, or oh, we can't do that, or we can't get you in, or if you're like wanting to go back to a certain hotel or bed and breakfast or whatever, maybe booked. But you know what? Even if you can't go on the exact day, the runes are saying go ahead and go. I mean, it's still going to be, a nice chance for the two of you to reconnect. Now, those of you that are looking for a new job, I feel like you'd be interviewing, but it could be that you don't start in February, but maybe, further out, maybe in March, because you do have Wunyo, which is the rune of joy and, happiness, being excited, celebrating over here. But some of you be finding jobs that are, too far from, where you live and where you be becoming a little bit downcast or upset about it. But others of you be looking for work at home gigs, and you'd be finding that everybody wants you to actually work in the office, but you can't do that maybe for various reasons, because you got to watch the kids, or you got to be there to take care of a baby, or maybe you just had a baby and you've got to be home but you need money. But I am feeling like there is going to be a new opportunity coming in. It just be either towards the end of February or in March, because the Fool card is here at the end of February for your outcome. So it's like a risk will pay off. A new journey is beginning, one that you will be very happy with, but it could come in a quite surprising way. Or kind of like, this is the rune of the unexpected. So kind of like a bolt out of the blue, and then suddenly you are, moving on. Any job that ends in February is a good thing, whether it's your decision or someone else's, Libra. Because, we do have Esau, which can mean separation, severance of ties, going your separate ways. And it is coming up next to Four of Pentacles, indicating, oh my God, I'm worried about money. It's still a good thing, because there is something brand new coming in, a totally new journey. And for some of you, it could just be that you are, you're taking a little break in between, and you're like, oh gosh, I hope I have enough money between paychecks, to keep things going. So that could be why. And this is saying you do, as long as you just curb your spending. Again, stay in for a day. Some of you could have a love from the past also reaching out in February. That comes up a lot. But I don't feel you would be super excited about renewing this, Libra. There seems to be quite a bit of physical distance between the two of you. Or if you reach out, Libra, or you're thinking about reaching out for someone in the past, you not get a response. So it's kind of like, the past is... it's not well starred for today. It's all about the future. But those of you that are coupled up, the revisiting the past could be a good thing. It's just you have trouble getting it on the actual date for today, particularly. So just go with the flow. Be prepared for plans like that to maybe not work out exactly the way you had envisioned, but the actual event will still be quite lovely. There's a new journey beginning. With job or love, whether you're coupled or single, or it can begin with the Fool card, and it makes you very happy. But Wunyo is also about spending time with someone who, has your same interests, that you feel really connected to. You feel understood when you're with this person, and just you taking joy in a new beginning. There's an innocence with the Fool, and someone else got this card. Maybe it was Aquarius or Gemini, I think it was, got the Fool card in a different position. But there's an innocence and a naivete with this. You just have to be careful that you're not being too naive and not seeing the warning signs of something before jumping in, especially if it's someone new coming in a relationship. As long as you're cognizant of that, guard your resources. Don't, definitely wait until somebody, someone is authentic. That someone has the traits that you're looking for. A calculated risk is fine with the Fool. But if it's not love, some people aren't even interested in that, believe it or not. They're out there. They like being single. They're focused on career. For those of you looking for a new opportunity, a new journey with work, it could be coming in I would say most likely in March, but you may be applying in February. So again, I feel like one phase is ending and a new one is beginning for many of you. Those of you looking for love, you could meet someone completely in an unexpected way, but it will be doing something you enjoy, doing something that maybe you haven't had a chance to do in a while, or maybe something you've always wanted to do, because this is about beginnings, the Fool, new journeys. I've always wanted to try this. I've always wanted to take a class in that. I've always wanted to go just wander around the art museum on like a Wednesday afternoon. And then, unexpectedly, in front of that Degas or whatever, you meet the man or woman of your dreams. So it can happen, and worry. Get out of your comfort zone, Libra. Try things in a different way if you're looking for love. At least one weekend, do something, that you wouldn't normally do. Go to the pub or go to the art museum or go, sign up for that class that you've always wanted to take. Because it's through something that you take joy in, that you really just love doing, that you meet someone. If you're looking, that's your best option for meeting someone new. But check out the video for your rising sign as well, of course. But join me over on Vimeo. I'm going to shuffle the beautiful Vintage Wisdom Oracle, and we will see what further spiritual guidance we can get for you. I'll see you over there for that, and then I'll see you back here next month. Good luck with worry, Libra. Thanks for watching.